Hi Megan, thank you for coming to see me.
Thank you for meeting me.
Okay, I've got a few questions for you. So I'd like to start by asking you why you decided to become a teacher.
I just decided to become a teacher to help create lifelong learners who want to continue learning, as it's a continual process throughout our lives, and I want them to enjoy the process.
Okay, thank you. Megan, when you graduate, what sort of classroom will you try to create?
Bob, I want to create an inclusive classroom where students work together, and every unique student has the opportunity to thrive and feel welcomed each day they come to class.
Okay. And what sort of a school will that classroom be in? What is your ideal school?
My ideal school would have a lot of collaboration and between teachers, the principal, and parents as well, and also working with the students to help meet the needs of our students and their diverse, unique needs.
Thank you. Tell us what you think makes an ideal lesson.
That's a great question, Bob. I think that an ideal lesson involves a beginning, middle, and end. There should be a hook to capture students' attention and get them captivated and eager to learn more. The hook can be an engaging question or a short activity or maybe a short video to get their attention. There should be different forms of assessment throughout, so the lesson should involve a rubric at the end of the activity so they know what to do and what to look for, but at the beginning there should be learning goals which are based on a curriculum and success criteria, and they should be created with the students if possible and in student-friendly language so they understand what is expected of them and what they should be able to accomplish by the end of the lesson. There should also be varied forms of assessment at the end if possible, so students can show their needs in diverse ways and reflecting the different styles of each type of learner. And at the end there should be also a phase of consolidation, so students review what they learned, and then there's also the opportunity for a teacher to reflect on what they did wrong or what they could improve upon in the next future lessons. And an exit card could also be an opportunity to show this from students or the last final questions that they have.
Thank you. Thinking back to your last teaching practicum, Megan, what do you think the teacher would say are your main attributes as a teacher?
That's a great question. I think that my last practicum teacher was a 6-7 teacher, and she would say that my main qualities are that I'm passionate and eager to engage students. I am collaborative, so I like to work with her and the students. I'm enthusiastic. I always showed energy in the classroom. I also am good at communicating, and I listen to students very well, and they could come to me with their questions or any concerns. And I also am I also plan very well with the students in mind and their individual needs as diverse learners.
Okay, thank you. So that's what she would say are your main attributes as a teacher. What would she say is the area you need to work on?
That's an interesting question as well. I would say that she would say initially at the beginning that class behavior management could be worked on, as most teachers, at least beginning teachers, struggle with that a little bit. But she saw improvement throughout the practicum that as I developed different strategies to meet the needs of her class. So that could involve clapping or a different ringing a bell to get their attention, and having success points so that they have a reward if they behave well, or taken away if they aren't behaving so well or listening. And I could, on my next placement, I would also improve upon that, and I improved at the end with different techniques developed, and I helped create a more inclusive classroom where they listened better and were more engaged in the lesson.
Okay, thank you. And lastly, Could you tell me about a lesson you taught when you were on either of your practicum that went well and why you think that was the case?
A lesson I taught that went well was on media literacy. The students were really engaged in the topic and it related well to their lives since media literacy is all around us. And we talked about the learning goals and success criteria at the beginning, and then we also looked at lots of different examples of media literacy, and they had the opportunity to work in groups and collaboratively discuss different advertisements and the different intentions behind them, and they enjoyed the group work, and then the advertisements also were very interesting and got their attention. And they also had the final project of coming up with a media ad and then analyzing it themselves, and that task also was very engaging for them.
Yes, I can believe it was. Megan, thank you very much indeed.